From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And up we go from SoFi. Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
His first throw is an interception. That's Demario Davis. And the Saints get it back on his 6th interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another run for Kamara. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Deion Henley.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And this one does not go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
They'll start with a give to Harris. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Demario Davis. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. This one to Williams out left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Working quickly here. They give to Harris from the gun. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Herbert from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react? Read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as it begins to throw and knock that ball away. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He fires one deep down the right sideline. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch made by Cooks. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Dropping back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. It's a gain of 22. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running left, this is Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Finds a seam down the middle. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Chargers 3.
We're back for the start of the 2nd. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They give to Kamara, left side. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Throwing now from the gun. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints now lead by 10. Seibert now to add the extra point. Pressure off left, and it's blocked.
You just never know what could be the play at the end of the game that we look back on and say, you know what? That was the play that decided it all. It seems small now. It's just a little old point, right? But if this one stays close to the end, keep an eye on that block because that single point could loom very, very large.
Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Could make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. So that brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh no, they get him yet again. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action now for Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
That's caught for the 1st. That one goes for 25 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Cut near the goal line. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers reduce the lead to just 4. Justin Herbert with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field, because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And it's scooped up by the Chargers.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Running left is Harris. And that's good for a gain of 5. Alontae Taylor making the stop. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 25 on 2nd down. That throw finds Cochran. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's somebody who's dealt with his share of these. Mike Williams, the man shaken up. First and 10, Herbert. Snared by his running back. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And the Saints grab it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing from the gun here. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they said catch. Great play. First and 10 from the 41. Now looking to throw. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's second down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And things look tougher now with third and long. Back to throw. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. They find those ball security culprits and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it, and they've done it on back-to-back drives.
Still has some space inside the 35. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. They strike for 23 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. Now Herbert to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. Touchdown, L.A. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Throwing it to start this drive. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. Throwing it just before halftime. He's got time here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Benjamin St. Just getting up to end that play. Second and 6 coming up here. Now a run with Kamara. Breaks the tackle, still going. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand. Ball on the 45, first and 10. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. This is complete to Olave. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Play action on first down. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints push their lead to 3. Reed now to kick this one away. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return. And a little close for comfort, but it does get to the end zone before going out for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On the play fake, it's Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This is Harris on second down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down. Herbert from the gun. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Running behind center with Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Kamara gets it on the draw. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I wonder who it was, Kate. Which defender had that little bit of clairvoyance that there was a draw coming and clued the rest of his buddies in? Because somebody saw that coming. That's the only way they could have been so prepared for what was supposed to be a surprise.
And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. To throw, Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Play action now for Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up first and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Chargers now lead by 10. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. You just couldn't quite find the connection.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Throwing now off play action. He finds Johnson. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet.
20.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Still sticking with the passing game. Chased out to his right. Throw right side, caught by Olave. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They are throwing it again. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. He's throwing for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his right. Finds a seam down the middle. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. Still fighting forward. Mike Williams. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Mike Williams, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers push the lead up to 12. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And a man is there to knock that away.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. Catch made by Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Buys time, rolling right. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down from the red zone. On the move, headed right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Defense relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
This throw is caught. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Offense up to the line fast. Has it in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll run with Kamara. Is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now within one score in the fourth. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Saints trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Into the hands of Conklin. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Herbert now off the play. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Saints grab it!
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Getting out to his left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Now Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have taken the lead late. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So here are the Saints facing a consequential 2-point attempt. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. He'll look to throw it. Completed to his running back. And he'll go out to the 35-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Pete Werner has it. And the Saints make the play that should win them this game. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another run for Kamara. He still has room inside the 30. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. The Saints in victory formation, content to just knee this out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in, just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the Saints. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start.